here talking about something very interesting with everything going on with Warner Brothers canceling Batman and the whole Ezra Miller situation that's currently happening. I don't know what is going on with him, but I would actually like to talk about what exactly went wrong with the DCEU. And this whole thing stemmed from, I think, personally, this is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. But I believe that everything pretty much fell apart after Dawn of Justice was released. The main problem with the DCEU films is that there's no structure. They were trying so hard to match the MCU or try to catch up to the MCU instead of taking their time and building the individuals and the characters, excuse me, instead of rushing them, then there would have been no problem. However, with that being said, the hugest problem was, like I said, there was no direction. They all put it on one dude, Zack Snyder, who I think, while a lot of fans are mixed on him, I'm not a particular big fan of him. I mean, making Batman a killer and certainly doesn't help, and Superman's actions, the final fight in Man of Steel, certainly didn't help either. And with Suicide Squad, the first one, that film was so rushed that it wasn't really the director's fault. The it was more so Warner Brothers trying to get something out so they could just get to Justice League, or they can hurry up and try to play catch up with Marvel. And honestly, that's what hurts the films the most. Is instead of trying to be a competitor to Marvel, Disney, whatever, there are you can be fans of both without having to put the other one down. And I think that's why they moved Dawn of Justice move date, uh, uh, release date from, I can't remember when it was released, but it was originally supposed to go head to head with Civil War, and then it got pushed back, and they moved it like a couple of months later, and it still did pretty bad. I, I'm not sure box office wise, but overall the film is not well received. Especially Jesse Eisenberg, I believe that's his name. His Lex Luthor was very, very poorly executed, and a lot of these characters are poorly executed, and their actions don't really make a lot of sense. I mean, how is Superman of supposed to be a man of hope, a man of peace, a man that protects people? Superman is supposed to be a Boy Scout, but Superman is um, killing people, and he caused the destruction of Metropolis, and there was no repercussions of his actions, which is why I really like Civil War a lot, because that's when they start to realize, hey, what we're doing, while it may be saving people's lives, but people are also paying paying for our actions, especially Tony with the whole Ultron situation, which is the only reason why he was willing to work with Ross in the first place, because he felt a sense of obligation to the mother that that shoved her son's dead picture in his face. And with the DCEU, it doesn't really seem like they care too much about their repercussions or their actions or anything like that. And while Ben Affleck could have been a great Batman, I think the only problem was is that his killing, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense that the first Robin that was killed was Dick Grayson instead of Jason Todd. And Justice League certainly didn't help matters, because they had to switch directors throughout the filming, and then when Zack Snyder finally got his film. While it was an okay film, I really don't think it is as great as fans think it is. But I mean, after that, it doesn't really seem like they have a clear direction, which is why one of the guys that Warner Brothers said they're planning a 10-year film or whatever to play catch up with Marvel. I can't remember exactly what he said, but they've done this before, and I just don't see any results. Didn't see results the first time because some of the stuff that they announced didn't happen. The Green Lantern Corps film, the I believe they announced a Cyborg film, a Ben Affleck Batman film, which which he was going to direct, but unfortunately, when Ben Affleck left, that was scrapped. So it just doesn't seem like they have their head in the right place. And I really do want the DCEU to succeed, which is why I'm so critical of the product because they haven't really given us anything good aside from the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and Wonder Woman and the Batman and the Suicide. I mean, and Shazam. Other than that, if you let directors actually get comic book directors that actually know what they're doing and are actually fans of these characters, like Matt Reeves with the Batman film, you won't have any problems. So, and with Superman, Henry Cavill still wants to play him, and Henry Cavill was absolutely wasted as Superman. So I think they need to find some way to focus on the other characters aside from Batman and Superman and just do the best they can do to try to rekindle some of this lost, uh, just rekindle some of the stuff. But yeah, that's what I think. I mean, what do you guys think? Is the DCEU at a lost cause at this point? Can they rebound? Can they bounce back from the stuff that they have pretty much have trouble with, whether that's diversity or bad cast or bad writing or anything like that? But let me know what you guys think. But don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.